So today I wanted to do this video just to encourage you, to empower you, to help you that, hey, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So whether you think that you're making the right choice or not the right choice, understand that the reality is that you made that choice. And if you feel that it's not the best of choice that you should have been making, shift. Like, seriously, make a switch. I'm trying to think of a saying. You're not a tree. I don't even know who said it. You don't have to plant yourself just in one place. You can actually shift and move and change. So make a different choice. How about that? You can. I can. We all can. But just know that whether you think today is a good day or not, this today is truly the day that the Lord has made. And why don't you and I rejoice and be glad in it? Like, seriously, people, I am so happy. I was telling my mom and our son, our youngest son, Daniel, I was saying, hey, these doctors, they continue to do all these tests to prove what they want to believe and hear about this body. And this body, the only one that knows what truly is happening, it's me. And I say what God says about my body. How about that? I say I live in health. I say I am the temple. And if I am the temple, that means that God lives in this temple. And I say that, hey, where God lives, He can't live with sickness or diseases or whatever else they may dream that I have. So I follow. I heard this pastor on Sunday say, and he was talking about something very serious. And I know that some people have illnesses that may be serious. And I'm not saying do not go to doctors, and I'm not saying do not take your meds. No, I am taking medicine and I do listen. I believe, like this pastor said, I believe in Jesus and I believe in therapy. I believe in Jesus and I believe in medicine. I believe in Jesus and I take the meds. And as long as I hold this space for wholeness and health, I think I'm going to be just fine. And I hope that you believe that for yourself, for your body, for your loved ones. It is so important that you and I today stay in that place of gratitude. I mean, if you and I are like listening and reading the same Bible, it says that in all things to give thanks. And I have been privileged. It is my honor and my privilege to work with claim survivors. I won't even say victims because they're not. They're survivors. That's what these beautiful souls and families are. I am just so grateful, so thankful that 32 years ago, this chick from New York, the Lord opened doors for me to be able to do this line of work. And seriously, I believe that God wanted me to start this line of work so that I can stay in gratitude. And daily I learned so much from them. I met with a single mom. She said, you know what, Glennis, and she's from the campfire from Paradise in California. The fires from 2 years ago, about 15,000 structures were burned and an entire town. There's a great documentary, very sad, but a documentary that was put together on Netflix that I watched recently, and extremely grateful to be part of these families' lives, because they really, 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 really have gone through so much. And the very fact that the Lord allowed me to be in this line of work and be able to help, going back to this family from last night, they have Hartford Insurance. And although I'm a public adjuster and I'm an insurance advocate, and for lack of better words, I fight insurance companies for a living, I just want you to know that I'm grateful for insurance companies. If my clients did not have insurance, I could not negotiate a higher settlement on their behalf. So I'm extremely thankful and grateful for insurance companies. And I'm grateful that the Department of Insurance here in the state of California chose to license a few hundred people. There's a little over 300 people that are licensed in the state of California to advocate on behalf of policyholders, and I am grateful. I'm thankful that I am one of those. I was licensed in 1991, and I'm grateful and thankful for that line of work. But this beautiful woman, she says, Glennis, 4 generations at one point lived in that home in paradise. And the very fact that the Hartford Insurance did not pay us everything that we had coming without us having to hire you, I just don't get it. Why would they do that? And I said, you know what, sweetheart, I really do not know why certain people do what they do, but I am grateful that the Lord had to do all these things, right? I went to look for a contractor. My first contractor that I was looking for was Wallace Construction. And it happened that I ended up at their home address, okay? And from there, I met Nicole, who's a beautiful soul. And our relationship is so beautiful. I love her. This is my soul sister. She says, this is my BFF that I met 5 minutes ago. And it truly is. It's been that way. I feel like God connected me to this family. And it was the first contractor that I went to. And I'm so grateful, so thankful for this family. They do so much in Oroville. The work that they do, I cannot stop saying it. It's like if they were a mega church and there's only 300 people that are part of that church. So much. They do stuff for recovery. They do stuff to feed the hungry. They have the transformation school. They have a boutique. They have a yoga place. They have a gym. I mean, and the list goes on, right? But she met Nicole 2 years ago, this ministry that helps her, and then they put me in contact with her, and I met her, and then I get to be part of that beautiful blessing. And she has over $300,000 that Hartford did not pay. So I said to her, like I say to a lot of my clients, by God's grace, your family is intact. By God's grace, you did have insurance. By God's grace, the Lord brought us in contact with each other. And by God's grace, we will continue to be in gratitude, even for those things that we could never replace. My job is to document so that they pay you the replacement cost. But we're going to be grateful. It's out of that resolve to be grateful, to be thankful for what we had. That, right now I'm praying. Yes, I'm vain. I want a 2021 Escalade. And I refuse to buy another car and make payments. And because that 2021 Escalade is as much as a home could cost in some states, not here in California, but in some states I can buy a home for the price of that. I refuse to make payments. I have, by God's grace, great credit today, but I refuse to buy it on payments. I'm going to own it free and clear. And I have been committed to a lot of other things before buying a car cash. So But I'm grateful. I'm grateful that right now this Kia that I'm driving, it's my Escalade. This is a beautiful car. It's the Kia Sorento. I do not own it. This is our daughter's Kia, and it's awesome to be driving it. A friend of mine, I had it detailed and it smelled good and it was shining, and no longer that right now because of driving on dirt roads. But I had a friend of mine, Colleen, one of my beautiful CDA family, Bad Mamba Jamba, and she got into my car and she said, my grandkids said about Victor, the most beautiful soul in this industry, who owns our company. But she said my grandkids would say, Victor is bougie, and this car is bougie, and this is bougie. I am in gratitude for this beautiful car, right? And out of that, I could create and continue to create more. So not sure where you are at today. Not sure if today you're having a bad day. If you're questioning who you are today. If you're questioning, should I even try? If you're missing, I have a dear friend of mine, and I don't want to cry, but Martha, if you watch this video, a beautiful soul. A beautiful soul. I was telling Vanessa over the weekend, I said, it's so many blessings being here in California. And I don't know if it's because of the proximity, but I am in contact with my almost 30-year-old friend, Marta Sanchez. I am in contact with her, and we get to talk and communicate, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm not sure if you are like my friend Marta today, saying, you know what, Lord, I'm so happy that my partner is in the best home that he could be today. But he's not right here. He's not my spouse right here on earth as I knew it. He's with you, Lord. And maybe, and just maybe, she's missing the spouse that she had, the father that her children had, maybe her BFF, maybe her business partner. I'm not sure how many different categories this man filled for her. And the fact that the Lord took him or changed his address, maybe she is missing him today. Maybe you're going through a divorce. Maybe the business didn't work out. There's so many people that I am just so incredibly blessed because I am in that position where I get to minister to people. I may not be able to have $1 billion, $1 trillion to give to everybody, but I can give a smile. I can give from my heart. I can give what I would do in that situation. I can maybe speak with wisdom to some. I can only do whatever I can do, and maybe you can do the same. Maybe you're not a public insurance adjuster. Maybe you're not an attorney. Maybe you're not a doctor. Maybe you're not all these things, but whatever you are is perfect. And when you decide that you're going to give of yourself, right now I am outside a parking lot right in front of a fast food place, and when I drove through and I got my coffee, this beautiful soul, he said, just so beautiful, you smile, continue to smile. And that made my day. And you may say, it's just, he's not just anything. None of us are just anything. We're children of the living God. We're the apple of God's eyes. We are the ones that are so incredibly precious in his sight. We are all that. Yes, we are. We are made in his very image. So no matter what you may be going through today, take your cup of coffee, take a sip, enjoy it, If you don't have water, do like me, drink right out of the faucet. If you don't have a place to live, that's okay. Just know that maybe under that bridge, that is definitely your home. Who said you're homeless? Who said you do not have a spouse? Who said? The Bible talks about in Isaiah 55, the one that doesn't have a spouse is better off than the one that's married, because God becomes their spouse. So who said all these things? All these thoughts that we have, and we start believing that they're true. Well, why don't you put on fake it till you make it, right? Thoughts of joy, thoughts of peace, thoughts of love, thoughts of connection. Why don't we choose gratitude? I keep saying gratitude matters. Like, it truly does matter. The state where I decide to reside, it matters. I choose today to show up as the best version of who I am. Because in this little circle, my circle may be small, but I may be touching the life of the next Billy Graham, the life of the next Joyce Meyer, the life of the next, my gracious Lord, Joel Osteen, Oprah Winfrey. My circle may be small, but to God, all He's asking me today to do is to show up. What He does with my presence, it's really up to Him. I love you. I am your sister in this journey of gratitude. And remember, gratitude does matter. And gratitude can truly transform your life and mine. Stay blessed. I love you. If you love this video, if you like this channel, please like this video, share it, subscribe to this channel. I covet us telling YouTube that we want to hear more messages based on gratitude. Stay blessed.